Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome back to another tier list. Today we're going to be doing the ore tier list. Also Prismarine, because fuck you, that's why. Um, and honestly, Amethyst is an ore, honestly. So, yeah, we're also doing all the deep slate ones, because they are different from the stone. You find them at different levels, they're harder to break. Um, so yeah, let's start. Start with coal. The normal coal ore is, I think it has to go in S tier. Now, reason I say this, you can use fortune on it. You can smelt iron, smelt copper, smelt gold, and just the ability to smelt these three consistently is very, very useful. So just for that, it's also there, and you can smelt a lot of different things. So yeah, deep slate coal ore, it's going in the A tier. It's harder to break, harder to find, dog shit. So yeah, that's coal. Let's go to iron. Normal iron ore is another S tier. You can craft so many things with iron. It's actually crazy. You got lanterns, you got iron bars, you've got iron armor, iron weapons, fucking beacons. Like, you can do a lot with iron. I think it is the most useful ore in the game, by far. So yeah. Now deep slate version, it's harder to break, and I don't like the texture nearly as much. So it's going in the A tier. That's going to be a theme here, is that deep slate just kind of sucks balls. Copper ore, I'm sorry, man. It's just, oh my god, I just did some absolutely terrible things to my build here. Anyway, it's just not good. It's not used. Okay, it's not that bad. It's not. Okay, I regret that decision. It's not that bad. It'll go in C. It'll go in C. It's not that bad. You can use it for to oxidize a block and then use the block. You can also make stairs with it and stuff. It's just, I don't know. You can't use it for very many things. You have the lightning rod, which I think is genuinely useless, and then that's it. Like, they should really just add the copper golem back, even if it didn't win the mob vote, because some bozos did glow ink instead, that's just a bozo move. They should have done the copper one, but yeah, it's not useless. It's just kind of mid. Deep slate, it's just worse because it takes longer to break and it's harder to find at lower levels. So yeah, screw you. Sorry, copper fans. Don't know if there's any of you ever, but normal gold has got to go in the. Let's go in the B tier. You can make golden carrots, golden apples with it. In the end game, that's pretty much all you use it for. You don't really use it for armor or weapons because they break really fast. But yeah, no, it's not that bad. It's just you don't really use it for anything other than to make netherite one time, and then yeah, that's about it. And the deep slate version, watch this, in the C tier because it's harder to break. It's just not cool. Can you tell I'm not a big fan of deep slate? I hate this shit. Now, nether gold ore is going in the A tier because you can find it really fast with a silk touch pick. You can break it and then smelt it, and it's actually way easier to get than this one. And yeah, this is the main way I get gold a lot of the time if I don't make a gold farm. So yeah, I'm just gonna do this real quick. Now, Gilded Blackstone, I think, is actually a pretty cool block. Like, the block itself, it looks really cool, and I want to figure out how to use it in some way, but I don't know. It's just gold. It's just this, but just Blackstone instead, and it's just, I don't know. It's not really something you find very often, so it's kind of mid. Sorry, gold lovers. Alright, Redstone Ore, instant S tier. This is one of the most unique things in the entire game because you get redstone from this, and redstone can be used for so many things, and it really, like, before the redstone update, the game felt kind of bland in my opinion. and it's a game changer. And Blackstone or Deep Slate Redstone Ore is just worse. So sorry, Deep Slate lovers. Emerald Ore, you're useless. You're cool to find. Emerald Ore is cool to find because you're like, oh my god, it's emeralds. And it's like, it's more rare than diamond. If you're not mining in a mountain, that is. But more than half the time, this isn't your main source of getting emeralds. The villagers are so strong now. You aren't gonna like need to get emeralds from there, you know. It's just, I forget that this is an ore sometimes, if I'm being honest. Now the Deep Slate version is just as bad, so yeah, it's just as bad, and I don't think I've ever even seen Deep Slate Emerald Ore in my life. So okay, we're gonna get some bad opinions here. Normal Lapis is in the D tier. You can only use this to enchant, and even then, no one uses an enchantment table anymore because villagers are OP. You just use an anvil and books. So Lapis is honestly probably one of the most useless things in the entire game. Yeah, sorry. And we got Deep Slate. It's just a little bit worse. So now Diamond, people are gonna get mad at me for this. I know this is like nostalgic or whatever, but it's not really used for much. You get Diamond. You get one set of Diamond. Usually total the entire game unless you're really bad. So you have like what? You get like 40 diamonds total. You make a set for yourself, some armor and some tools, and then an enchantment table if you're like bad at the game, and then maybe a jukebox. And that's it. That's that's all you're making. Like you're not going to use it on anything else. Like I know it's nostalgic, but it's not that useful. It used to be the best. It's not anymore. After you get diamond, you go straight for netherite and just call it a day. It's just, I don't know. And Deep Slate is just the same thing but worse because it takes longer to break. And I don't like the new caves, so. Nether quartz will go in the B tier. You get really good XP from this. Early game, I think it's probably the best way to get XP. It's what I do every time. Yet again, you don't really need XP because you just go to the villager and maybe make a mob farm. You don't really need to go enchant stuff with an enchantment table, so you don't need to get to 30 levels. You just need to get to like how many levels you need in order to put a book on. But for early game, I think this is perfectly good. And the blocks that it has don't look terrible, so yeah. Now we're going to be looking over, should I do this or should I do, I'll just do an amethyst block for this one. This is all one section. We got ancient debris. I think this is an S tier. It's fun to find these, and it's unique. It can be made for netherite. It gives you scraps, which can be turned into netherite ingots. I can't really explain it, but it's a different type of satisfying whenever you find this block rather than literally any of the other ones. This is my tier list. Anyway, amethyst has got to go in the. It's going in the C tier. It's a cool block. It makes cool sounds whenever you walk over it. I think this is a cool feature. That it makes sounds whenever you break it or whenever you walk over it. But other than that, it can be used to make a spyglass, I guess, and tinted glass, which, if we're being honest with ourselves, no one has ever made either of those items, like ever. I don't think I've ever used tinted glass. I don't know. It's lacking. I think they just wanted a purple block, and they didn't really think about like implementing it, I guess. And there's prismarine here because fuck you. It's an ore. I don't care. And we already went over this, and this is the last block. And I think there's some good blocks with prismarine. I don't know. It's just the same problem with amethyst that I have with prismarine. It's just a cool block that is used for sea lanterns, which are one of the best lighting sources in the game, to be fair. Other than that, they're just kind of mid. So yeah, that's the tier list.